Hey guys, today I'm excited to talk to you about The Boy and the Heron. Now listen, Hayao Miyazaki is a genius. We all know this already. I was so excited to get another film by him because, it's been 10 years since the last one. And they're all classics, right? They're Studio Ghibli classics. Okay, we've got Spirited Away, we've got Banyo, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Kiki's Delivery Service is one of my personal favorites, but I also love Howl's Moving Castle as well. Like, listen, there's so many. And here's the thing about all of these, okay? They kind of are all represented in this film, The Boy and the Heron, right? It does kind of play like a greatest hits. I know you've probably heard that from many people because that's really what it is. There's so many references to his other films, okay? You'll be watching and be like, "Oh my gosh, that's from this one. Oh my gosh, that's from this one." And essentially, like, well, there are lots of references, definitely key moments that are going to make you think, "Oh yeah, I know that from such and such a movie." At its whole, it feels very Spirited Away. Not a bad thing. Probably not a bad thing for most people. I love Spirited Away, so I was like, cool. I basically get a new version of Spirited Away. I'm in. I'll take it. But it's hard to explain. I do think this is going to be an issue for some people because they're going to feel like, oh, I've seen this before. At the premiere at the Animation is Film Festival, which I attended this week, that was a lot of what I heard. Either people loved, oh my God, it was just like Spirited Away, it was amazing. Or some people were like, oh, it's just like Spirited Away, I need to like think on this, right? And that was kind of the reaction coming out of it. For me, I loved it. I loved seeing the references. There's laughs and claps and like gasps when certain things happen because you're like, oh yes, that's a reference to yada yada yada, right? All throughout greatest hits, right? His greatest hits. That's really, really what this is. It feels like a love letter to those. It feels like, hey, we are going to celebrate the years and years and years worth of incredible films and put it into this one. This one feels very personal. It feels just it's joyful in a way that you're like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I'm getting a newish version of Spirited Away. I'm not gonna lie, that's what it's Spirited Away for the most part. But again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you just go into this knowing like this is a celebration of past films of Studio Ghibli, you're going to go on a journey with this, and it's not like a clips show. It's not like that, right? It's not like, oh, here's a clip from this, here's a clip from that. That's not at all what it is. It's just obvious nods and references throughout the entire movie. But the movie itself does tell its own story, very similar to Spirited Away, but not exact. But it does tell its own story, which is the same type of story that we are used to with these movies like Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. Like this, it's a moving, touching, emotional story, especially as you get to the end. There's a lot happening, and it's beautiful. Like, you guys, it's that amazing animation style that we all know and love. It's stunning. It's gorgeous to watch. I got to see it in IMAX and I was like blown away by it. It just feels comfortable. You feel like you're at home. Like, I've been watching these movies for years and years and years and years, right? Since I was much younger, much younger. And it just kind of makes me feel at home. It kind of brings me back to these moments that I've shared with different people watching the Studio Ghibli films. So I'm excited to show it to my family. We're all big, massive fans. I think they're really going to enjoy it. None of my family have seen it yet. Excited for my kids to see it. Excited for my husband to see it. It's a very special. It feels like a love letter. And I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was beautiful. I mean, I guess it's funny because that's probably what I love most about it, and I think it's also the biggest criticism is that it feels like very much like Spirited Away and a few greatest hits things thrown in there. But I'm not mad at it. I guess that's the best way to describe it. You guys let me know if you're excited for The Boy and the Heron down below in the comments. We just got the list of English voices and the actors, and I'm so excited. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.